Okay, John White again with Luke 10, and this is Limerick, Ireland, Part 2. So my friend Tony, in Part 1, kind of explained how he got connected with Luke 10 and the Church 101 group with his four friends from that area. And so now, Tony, I'd like it if you would share sort of what has emerged from that? What's the fruit from that course? What are two or three of the things that you've seen God do as a result of going through the Church 101 course?
Okay, I suppose the first thing was, as I mentioned in the last recording, five guys sitting in a room, four of them never having met each other before, opening up their lives, checking in, talking about their experiences, getting to know each other, and developing a very good, deep relationship with each other. So that's been wonderful, and to experience the course and what we're doing together. There was something great about doing that in common. It was lovely, and to hear people talking deeply about their life. I mean, things came out. In fact, I heard some things as we met. I know all these guys. They've told things at the meeting I've never heard before. So I've learned some things about some of my friends that I didn't know. And I think what was lovely was the ground we were on was lovely. It's kind of like holy ground, it was really wonderful. So that was fantastic, just to see people connect and be blessed. And I think I mentioned to you about the Robin Williams movie that where these people were asleep, and some guy came up with some. It was Robin Williams, who was a doctor. He came up with some potion or something, and they woke up, and the marvelous experience of people who've been asleep for a long time to suddenly wake up and see the world almost differently. Actually,
so that was the movie The Awakening, I think.
Yeah.
And actually, true story, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yes, yeah.
Robin Williams and Robert De Niro, I think, was the one who came out of the catatonic state. Yeah. Sounds like that's what you guys experienced.
Well, yes, one or two of the guys said, they had experienced the things we were learning a long time ago. The community, the vibrant community, people meeting in houses, people contributing and whatever. And one of my buddies said, 40 years ago we had this, and I'd forgotten that, we seem to have lost it somewhere. So that was lovely as well. Again, that was an awakening. It was lovely. So that was the fact that we're gelled together and connected, and that will probably go forward as well, which is lovely.
So one of the guys just recently in the last week began to think about an Irish version of Church 101. And you haven't really looked at it yet, but just say a word about that.
Okay, well, as I mentioned to you, we have many American missionaries that come to Ireland. They join churches, they bring finance, they bring all sorts of other things as well. But they also bring, where they want people to connect to what they're doing somewhere else. And it's almost, we call it Americanisms, in church. And also maybe they even want you to do church in a certain way.
Yeah.
One of the guys on the course said, this is fabulous. I love this. This is really wonderful, and he says, but it's just, it's a bit American. And, there is that reluctance in some case when you come along and you say, I have something, and you say it's American, people go, oh no, not another American project or whatever. So what he's decided to do is to do an Irish version of 101. And he sent me the first draft of the first lesson. I haven't had a look at it yet, but I've seen some other work he's done, and he's very good at this sort of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see it, and it would be nice to have an Irish version of
Absolutely. I would love to see that. I'd love to see the day when there's an Irish version and a Jewish version and an African version and a Latin version and all the rest. I think that would be fantastic. Tony, you also shared with me a little bit of, you have sort of a vision for your city, for Limerick, and use the word braziers. Is that how you say the word? Yeah. Talk about that.
I was at a Christmas market, and on the entrance to the Christmas market, they had two of these braziers. They're actually like big metal baskets. They're medieval. They used to be used outside castles to keep guards warm and whatever. So you put coals into them and they light, and they glow and they give out heat. They also give out light. So I've been praying about what I've been doing in the 101, and the Lord gave me this vision of braziers all over my city, and people all standing around being warmed by the heat and attracted to the light, you know. And I've seen many of these, and that's been fabulous for me, because it's a vision that I have for my city. I love my city. I want to see the Lord do amazing things here. So I hopefully there'll be church 101s all over the town where I live. I'm looking forward to it.
Vibrant families of Jesus in easy reach of every person in every region, every people group.
That's it.
That's beautiful. And you also told me that you're planning the next step of joining a leader team to
Yes.
continue growing and developing and being part of the larger Luke 10 community.
Yes, and I would like to do that, because I'd like to learn from other people's experiences, hear what other people have to say, not make mistakes, you know, where you don't need to make mistakes, because people will tell you this is the right way to do something or whatever, and it's great. And it's great. I think it's very encouraging to hear other people's stories, you know, to hear where other people are at, and that's very, very encouraging.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for telling your story and the story of what the Lord's beginning to do in Limerick, Ireland. So we're saying the virus, the Luke 10 virus, is beginning to spread in Ireland, which is just a delightful thing. So we look forward to hearing the ongoing story and continuing to be friends together. So thank you, my friend.
Okay, thanks, John.